Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. It's Sonia Verardo here from trenchcollection.com, fashion and beauty blog. In my today's video I am going to color my hair. Actually, I'm going to do a little intro and I'm going to show you the current state of my hair. So what am I working with, and then this weekend I'm planning on coloring my hair, and then I will show you the result. Now, the hair color that I'm going to be using this time, I'm testing something new. It's actually from Garnier Olia, and it's not the lightest shade possible because that one contains bleach, which is something I'm avoiding now that I'm pregnant. So I'm using still very light shade. And I will show you the ingredients and everything that comes in the package and how do you mix the colors and all. It's super easy, obviously. When talking about box hair dyes, it's easy to do it on your own. I am waiting for my hubby to be my assistant just to make sure that I covered all the spots, especially on the back of my head. So yeah, and I really want to color my hair before I go to the hospital to deliver my baby, because due date is coming soon and I do have some regrowth now, and I'm not planning on wearing makeup at the hospital, so at least I hope to have nice shiny and freshly colored hair. Also because I don't really know if I will have occasion to color my hair like the first month or two after the arrival of my baby. It will probably be quite hectic, but I don't know, so it's better to color my hair now, right? So this is what we are working with. I know the situation isn't promising, isn't too great, especially because again I'm working with a color that does not contain ammonia, so I don't know the lightening power that it's going to have. But let's hope for the best. So I do have this bit here that is a little bit more on a bronzy side because I already used some box hair dyes and they were like semi-permanent, so they washed off. And I have my natural roots that are darker, showing through. And I do have some grays as well. Maybe you're not going to be able to pick them up on camera, but do have some grays, especially in this area here, that I would like to cover up. I mean, this color here does not promise to cover up your grays, but because I'm blonde, they can be camouflaged easily with these blonde hair dyes. So let's hope for the best. I will update you after I'm done coloring my hair. I'm probably going to film a little bit of coloring process too. So yeah, stay tuned. Guys, so you were able to see little clips of my very messy coloring process, but bear with me, I'm not a professional and I'm just kind of practicing here. I just started doing that a couple of months ago because I was unable to go to Croatia and my hairdresser is in Croatia and I always rely and trust to my hairdresser. So because I had this huge regrowth that I needed to fix, I kind of took the situation in my own hands. So I'm still kind of practicing, and yeah, I know my coloring process can be quite messy and my hubby always helps me with the bottom parts, and yeah, but anyway, I wanted to show you how the color turned out. So as you can see, it's actually pretty light at the roots, so I'm quite pleased with that. Now this is how the color is picking up on the camera. but in the real life I feel it goes a little bit more towards bronzy. I'm a little bit fearful in the next couple of washes it might wash off and turn out a little bit more brassy and orange looking. I hope not. Yeah, basically in real life it's more of a honey blonde, and then yeah, the rest of the hair is really nice and blonde. Obviously when it comes to these box hair dyes, it's impossible to expect platinum super blonde ash roots, especially if you're working with darker base. And as you could have seen, my roots are actually quite dark, so this is actually quite an amazing result from the box hair dye that doesn't contain ammonia. Now there is another shade of this Garnier Olia that is even lighter, and that one contains bleach, so I was a little bit fearful of purchasing that one because first of all I am pregnant, so I don't want to be using harsh chemicals on my scalp, and second of all I'm afraid I might just, you know, dry out my hair too much and damage my hair. So I would like to leave that to a professional. I mean, not the damaging my hair part, but I would like to leave, you know, just getting like platinum blonde roots and really like icy blonde roots to my hairdresser because she knows what she's doing. So I'm definitely planning on paying a trip to Croatia in the next couple of months and go to my hairdresser for the professional result. This is just something that I'm doing as a first aid because I don't want to have messy regrowth with gray hair as well popping out. But overall I think the result is pretty good, isn't it? What do you guys say? So far I have tried out two different shades of blonde from L'Oreal Casting Cream Gloss Glossy Blondes, and I have tried even highlights at home from L'Oreal, and now this is the first time that I'm coloring my hair with Garnier. And I was actually also very pleased with L'Oreal, but you know, the slightly darker shade, I think it was 801 or 901, I will have to check and I will insert that tutorial right here. So in case you haven't seen these color reviews, you can go and watch them. This is how the color looks like. It's just a box hair dye, as I've told you, Garnier Olia. It's permanent hair dye, so it shouldn't wash off, but you know how it is with blonde hair color. So it contains 60% of natural oils from flowers, no ammonia. It promises here that it really intensely lightens the hair color, and it's supposed to be anti-orange, anti-yellow effect. So basically these are the products that I already used up. Obviously I just kept them for your reference, but you will get this cream developer and also this other tube that is actually, you know, the cream color. And yeah, you're supposed to mix them in this bottle here, which is quite convenient then for the application. You will also get the instructions and a set of gloves. Mixing the colors together is actually super easy, and to make things easier for you, you actually have this like little hole in the box that you're supposed to put the plastic bottle in, so it stays firmly there when you're mixing the colors. So I personally find the application way easier when I'm using this comb here that I actually purchased a couple of months ago at my local drugstore. It was like €1, something like that, so it was very cheap, but it works really great. So for my hair color that is already colored on the lengths, so I just need to color my roots. Basically what I do, I will first apply the color to my roots, like saturate really well the roots, and I will leave it for 20 minutes. You're supposed to apply this color on dry hair. It's better if your hair isn't freshly washed, so leave it for a couple of days without washing it before you actually decide on coloring it. Leave your roots saturated with color for 20 minutes, something like that, and afterwards you can proceed on distributing the color to your lengths, just to freshen them up. If you don't want to, you don't need to do that. I apply the color all over my hair then, and left it for another 10 minutes. Afterwards I went to wash the color off, and there is another tip: you don't need to use a shampoo, just wash it off with water and use the conditioner that will come with this kit. The conditioner is actually quite big, the tube is quite big, so you will have at least 3 usage, well, depending on your hair length, and this conditioner is supposed to make the color long lasting and just intensify the color. It's really nicely fragrant. It's actually a very pleasurable experience coloring your hair at home. I just wish the result was more professional, but I feel these box hair dyes actually made great progress, because years ago you would have gotten orange hair or very yellow hair, but now I feel even for a color with no ammonia it still had pretty great result. Yeah, so maybe it's not perfect, it's not the way I would have wanted it to be, but it definitely did not let me down, because I did not have unrealistic expectations. Also, it's pretty cheap to color your hair that way at home, because this hair color retails at around 6-7 euros at your local drugstore or supermarket. So if you want to save up some money, I think that's also a great alternative. I think this color would be ideal for somebody who has a little bit lighter roots than I have. You guys were able to see at the beginning of my video the state of my roots, so they are, you know, pretty dark to start with, but for somebody who has just a shade of a 2 lighter roots, I think this color here is perfect, and you can expect maybe even these results here on your roots, whilst I obviously cannot achieve this color here on my roots without reaching for something a little bit harsher and stronger. Anyway, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to mention in this video. This was my quick review and demo of Garnier Olia hair dye. I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Let me know, have you ever tried this hair color, and if so, which color did you choose? I'm thinking of maybe trying 1 or 2 more shades in the next couple of months before I go to my hairdresser, so probably the next review will be L'Oreal Prodigy hair dye, and maybe I will try something a little bit darker, but we will see. Nothing too dark, because I do want to stay blonde. Okay guys, if you have any additional questions about this hair color or previous hair colors that I used, then just leave me your comments and I will be happy to answer if I can. Bear in mind, I'm not a professional, I'm not an expert, so I can only advise you based on my experience. So if you have a similar hair color to mine, I might be helpful to you. Now I'm sending you all a huge kiss from Italy. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon in my next video. Ciao!